welcome to episode 31.25 of the B9M podcast. I'm your host, Alt, here today with Dutter.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Joaquin. And Jay
What it
Weeksy.
do?
Merry Christmas.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and tell you, if y'all didn't see the last episode, we recorded for about 10 minutes. We uploaded the video to YouTube, and it crashed and burned. That was our first attempt at
Tell them why.
podcast.
Tell them why it crashed and burned there, Alt.
Let me tell you what it was like. It wasn't even like, this isn't even a mulligan. This isn't, because we got too far into it for it to be a mulligan. A mulligan would be like messing up the intro and starting over. This is like getting to hole 3 and your last 2 shots being a shank, and you just being like, today ain't it, and just going home and being like, we'll come back in a couple of days and try this again. That's what this was like.
Well, it was kind of like Tiger Woods in the last 5 or 6 years. You know, he plays a few holes and he withdraws.
Yeah.
Why the hell you got to bring Tiger into this? 4 or 5 years ago, he won a major.
Taking a
I'm
stray.
just
Tiger's
saying.
catching strays over here.
Taking a
I
stray.
swear, man. Just like he hitting them strays.
All right, so if you didn't see, the stomach virus hit me.
Gotcha, bitch.
I ain't even gonna say mid-episode, but it was early. It was 10 minutes into the episode, and I'm gonna take you through the whole day because I knew before we started. That day was we had Mama's Christmas, and so we had all the food and everything. And when we do like Thanksgiving or we do like Mama's Christmas, whenever we gonna eat big like that after lunch, I usually wake up and I'll hit like a heavy lifting workout or something. And I woke up and I didn't feel like working out. And that should have been my first sign. That should have been the first sign. And then we go up there with everybody, and I'm just off. And some days you're just off, like especially like I'm not like super social or being around people and all that. And I thought maybe this is just one of those days where I just ain't got it. So I just kind of sat in the corner, and I was just like, man, I feel weird. I don't know. I don't feel like talking to nobody. I don't know. I ate a lot. It wasn't even eating. It was sinning at the point where I got to. It was.
I know,
just
and you was
food
taking
after-
pictures of me eating cookies like this was
Look,
you.
you were making load.
So it coming late. I was like, yeah, that was a. I want that picture on
that
something.
cookie.
I love cookies.
He had milk too. He was just dipping it in. So we get done eating, and we're just sitting there, and everybody's hanging out, and I'm like, God, I just want to take a nap. And I thought it was because I ate so much. I was like, I just need to go home and just lay down. And we're going to podcast that night at, what was it, 5 o'clock, 5:30, something like that?
Yeah.
It was 5:30 because me
5:30.
and Dustin was going to hop on at 5. And
Them Cowboys were playing.
so I get home.
I wouldn't even call that playing.
So I get home.
That's called taking it.
Pass out, wake up, feel real bad, and I puke. Okay, I wake up, I'm like, I'm just sick. So I go in, I go and puke, and immediately feel better afterwards.
You
So I'm
puked
like,
when?
When I woke up from my nap.
Before the podcast?
Before the podcast.
Well, you should have just canceled.
Well, listen, I was like, well, maybe that was just something I ate because it was like soured and stuff.
But went through our whole family the week before.
Okay, that's right. Everybody. Well, here's the thing. Everybody.
You're like the chosen one. I'm not going to get the shit.
Well, no,
Please can argue on
everybody
facts,
had
Dustin.
the stomach virus.
I don't want your facts.
Everybody had the stomach virus, but the last one to have it was Millie. She got sick Wednesday night, and my nurse wife told me if I make it to Saturday morning, I'm in the
Your
clear.
nurse wife lied to you.
And this was Sunday, so I'm good. I did stupid. Man, I wore a mask in my house. I washed my hands because they were raw. It just and then still got sick. I'm done trying not to get sick when people
You're
get sick.
gonna get
I'm just going to
sick.
let strangers cough in my mouth. And
Ugh, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
I don't know that. I mean, you do you, buddy.
No, I'm going complete reverse because the clean hands, and I need to get my immune system back up. I think I've been too safe for too long because when I was younger, I never thought about this, and I never got sick. Me and Rich was talking about it. And then we start being careful, and I'm sick all the time. Gosh darn. But anyway, Mo told me if I make it to Saturday morning, I'm fine. So it's
you got
It's Sunday, and I think she got sick, and she just got a beast immune system because she's a nurse, and she seduced me and got me sick. Yeah,
Got
and then got because I was like, no, I ain't kissing you, ain't nothing. Stay away.
It's like Monica when she's sick in Friends and she's rubbing that Vicks vapor rub and he's getting all and he's like, let's do it. And then he gets sick.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But so I wake up, puke before the podcast, and I'm like, okay. Mo said if I make Saturday, I'm fine. It's Sunday. It can't be the stomach virus. It had to be that.
And I love that you popped a high noon on the podcast.
I was
Like,
like,
hey,
oh,
let's
let's
ride
go.
this baby. Watermelon, I'll throw you up later.
He popped it out and he just poured it out underneath his desk.
Oh my God, no! And you you was smiling just like this.
I know. Well, so we sit down. Me and Dustin were riding around. We rode back up to your house, and I was just like, God, I just feel weird. But a nap hits weird sometimes. Sometimes you take a nap, and you wake up, and you don't feel right.
You wake up pissed off sometimes, just mad.
Yeah. So I was like, man, and I had a cup of coffee, and then I had heart, and I took a Tums. I was throwing all kind of stuff in my body. I was just trying to feel right.
See, that's the thing. When Kip came into the house, into my office or whatever, and he said, Daddy, I threw up. Right then, I was like, all right, I'm going to watch what I eat because I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. And I ate a peanut butter sandwich, a pack of ramen noodles in 24 hours. And all I got was the poops. I didn't get the pukes, which is a blessing. I hate puking.
Oh,
puking and pooping's the different stories.
Well, you're right. The puking's a lot worse.
Because you get
you can be like Clint and doing them both at the same time.
Yeah.
So we're in the podcast, and I still feel weird, and we get going, and I feel my stomach, and I'm just like, God, I'm sick. I got it. I start accepting it at that point, and I'm like,
that's the first step, accept it. And then you just let it fly. You know when I love when I'm sick and I'm talking to myself like, we cannot puke. You know what I mean? Like you're just fighting, and then you finally puke and you feel a little bit better, and you're like, maybe that's it. But you're still not accepting that that's not it. You have hours of this coming.
When I was over the toilet, just like a dog, you know what I'm talking about? When you
that's called the nacho.
That dry heave.
Yeah, that nacho,
in your head, you're thinking, you just get through this, and you're gonna be okay for about 15 minutes.
Boy, he getting his head deep up in there.
I swear, fantastic form.
Hey, and used to another thing when I was younger and I'd puke. Like if I was sick, I was like quiet. My dad's a loud puker. Nacho's a loud puker.
I'm quiet.
Yeah.
I'm a quiet.
No, I used to be quiet. Now I need help. I need somebody to know what I'm going.
I'm not a quiet.
I kind of yell.
I let it go. Frozen it up.
There's a video of me somewhere on the side of 78, or I-22.
We got it. Hey, I'm just letting you know, Jay Weeksy, you're like 0-3 against Mango Habanero.
Yeah, it's over. It's over.
Every time I hear you order, and he's like, "I want 15 mango." I'm like, "Dang, it just wants you."
Who's driving tonight?
Hey, you gotta throw in the towel sometimes.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, let me get that honey barbecue one time.
Hey, I went down to Asian. I went to Asian Zing like 5 years ago, man. You can come back.
Well, Nacho is still kind of in denial. He'd be like, they hot tonight. I was like, no, they're hot all the
time.
They're hot tonight.
All the time they're hot.
I'm going to tell you, I'm owed for a whole lot of our trips that we go on, and we've got to play golf the next morning.
Yeah.
At Clubhouse, toilet ain't got a chance after I hit them Buffalo Wild.
Got a little bit of nerves going, and it's just like,
oh boy, I'm super soaking that hole. You just hoping you get it out before that first tee shot, though.
Oh yeah,
man.
That's why you show up an hour early. Work a poop out. I listened to Jason Kelce talk about it when they go play NFL games because imagine they're nervous. And he says they'll go to some away games and they only have 2 toilets in there for all their guys.
Oh.
And you got to think of those. And he's like, I'm the first one in the line. He said, that's the first thing I check. Every time I walk into a stadium, it's 2 toilets. I'm first one there. He said, I even work one out.
Alright, so back we were in the podcast, I accept it's hit me, okay? So then I'm like, we've started this podcast, we kinda set up, everybody set aside time.
I
I
know,
don't
I'm
wanna
outside.
Yeah, Dustin done show me a setup and everything, and I'm like, I know everybody's busy, I don't wanna and I'm like, "Okay, you can make it through this," and if you look in the middle of your screen right there, there's a timer of how long we've been doing it, and it was at 9 minutes and 30
Hate
seconds,
to
and I
see
said,
it.
I'm not gonna make it another hour in here. And that's when I told y'all the news.
I couldn't
And
believe you didn't tell me on the ride over here when I was so excited to show you the setup. And you were
I was
just
just
like,
like, ugh.
yeah. Christmas music. Boo, 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 puke. Just tell me.
Well, sometimes if you fake it, you can fake yourself out.
Not
Not with
puking.
that.
No.
But
Not
no,
with
you're
that.
Because there's,
yeah.
I imagine when you get the stomach bug like this, there's a little green guy in there, and he's like, I'm effing this guy's world. I think of Osmosis Jones. You know, they got
Yes.
all the things,
Yes.
and they're just in there like, yeah, he's getting me all day. But
It was
I'm glad
bad, though.
you're
It was
better,
back
though.
up. I'm better. My sleep, it should be better tonight. I got off bad because I was like up all night, and then I slept like 5 hours from like noon to 5, and then I locked the door because Rich come and worked out, and I knew he's gonna mess with me.
I was
And
coming in
when
there
I
too.
went,
Yeah, man, I was with him, and we was gonna check on it. You want to
Yeah.
see that bike?
No, y'all had jumped on me or something, and it'd been just a mess for everybody, and I wouldn't clean that up by myself. So I locked the door, and I slept for like 5 hours, and then I was up all night, and then I slept a little bit. So I just toughed it out this morning, and I'm just tired right now. But I should go to bed at a reasonable hour tonight and be back on
There you
schedule. But I feel good, feel really good. After sick, the feeling after you get well again is
Oh, hold up.
we lost him.
Oh, there he is.
There
Oh,
he is.
there you clicking buttons over there.
We thought you got
What's
The-
that
the
button
fil-
do? Oh, it does that.
The feeling you get after you're better again is so good. I'm like,
Health is a beautiful thing. It's
so
a blessing. It's a blessing.
Dustin said it. We had a podcast question a while back that was like, there was
Pick
like a
with
bunch
$10
of
million
different things.
or health
Never get
forever.
Yeah,
Oh, health
never get sick
forever.
again.
Yeah, health forever, man.
Yeah.
After, especially, and you don't get sick a lot, but man, when you do, it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting sick more and more often. We
And
got
just letting you know, us men and older people, we're sissies.
I prayed for
Because Kip and Millie got sick, they just kept on going.
I prayed for death.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, Lord, take me now.
Millie was walking down the hall and she just stopped and she's going. So Mo holds a bucket in front of her.
It's like a dog. They're like dogs.
Yeah. So she pukes in the bucket. And Mo, are you okay? Yeah. iPad.
I mean, when Kip threw up, Daddy, I threw up. I'm like, are you okay, buddy? And he just walks into the kitchen, and so he can climb on counters now with parent supervision. By the way, I'm not letting him fall off or whatever. And he climbs up, gets his cup by himself, goes over, gets ice and water out of the refrigerator, and I'm like, Kip gonna be okay? Are you gonna be okay, buddy? He's like, Kip gonna be good. Kip gonna be good. And then hours
Kip
later,
is
puking.
tough.
Kip is tough. He's built
Oh
different.
my God. He'll fall or something, and I'll be like, oh, and he'll be like, you okay? Yeah.
And he'll like growl at the floor, like he'll be like, you're mine.
hey, them kids' bones are like rubber, man.
And I've seen the chocolate milk he drank. I mean, his bone density's got to be up there.
Yeah.
When Brendan was like 2 or 3, like late 2s, early 3s, he walked on a broken foot for 4 days before we knew it was broke.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I broke my wrist when I was like 8 years old, and I went a week with it broke.
Yeah.
And I still played baseball and stuff. And finally, somebody stepped on it when I was tagging them, and I cried. And they took me to the doctor, and I had a broken wrist. It was the dumbest break, by the way. I was going down one step on my bike, and I fell over, and the handlebar hit my wrist and broke it right there. And then I cried. I was screaming at the universe, and Mama was vacuuming. Papa was like doing something in his shop, and Mom heard me all the way up here where I live now. And she ran up there. Oh my God! I'm just laying on the ground like the world's ending. Like it's a broken wrist, man.
Hey, I got a question for you, Jay Weeksy, because I asked Rich, and since me and Duck got younger kids, is is this the sick all the time thing? Is that just from the kids?
Yes, that's 100% from the kids.
Okay, because they're nasty,
nasty.
man. They'll eat stuff off the
And it's
floor.
not
and they're-
just
Go to it.
it's the things your kids are getting
I'm
from
sorry.
other kids at school and preschool and all that
Yes.
kind of stuff.
I went to the
Ugh.
preschool play.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
100 kids, and there were so many jingle bells in kids' mouths.
Yep.
And then just slapping each other, and I'm like, "Yep, there you go."
Okay,
Two Mondays ago, there were 73 kids out of the elementary school with flu.
That's
So
tough.
these are my headphones that I use when I run, and I put them in my drawer all the time. And Millie will open the drawer or find
Yep.
them, and chew these earpieces
Yeah.
off. I've replaced them like 4 times. How nasty is that? And I'm like, baby, get that out of your mouth.
Kids are gross.
Give me more.
Yeah,
They're
like,
little
they get in my
animals.
ear.
They're little monsters.
That's the one.
They are, man. They're built different. They're Ford Rangers.
Power Rangers. They are definitely
so-
Ford Rangers.
Since it's been a while since we podcast, I want to check in on the state of everybody's golf game. The last tournament we had, like competitive tournament, was the Tour Championship. Dustin shot a 65 opener round, won it, played great. I was reading "Don't Kill My." This has been a bad year for me.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen JT's like
Oh yeah.
golf
Yeah,
go
yeah.
list? That's what mine looks like this year. It has been terrible, and we'll get into that. I'll get into mine, but
I'm gonna pull that list up while you're still talking.
Yeah, go ahead, Richard. I want to. Where is your golf game? Competitive golf game right now?
It would be a D minus.
D minus. What's going on? Are you practicing?
Nope. Ain't practicing. Hey, in the last month, I've gained an inch. I'm an inch taller, and I think that's messed me up.
Tell everybody about that.
That man's closer to the Atlas.
So now, I mean, I wish I'd had this height back in high school. I'd been dunking, but hey, it's too late now. But anyway, I went to the chiropractor, an Atlas chiropractor, to see if my Atlas was off. And he took an X-ray and it was off, and then he put it back, or he measured me, and my right foot was my right side was an inch shorter than my left. So then he fixed my Atlas, and now I'm the same size. But ever since then, I've been topping the shit out of golf balls.
He has.
I haven't. Like, it's been horrible. But we might have it figured out, eh?
There he is.
There it is, folks.
There it is. There it is.
Let's see.
And
Oh,
and the only check mark he's got's made Ryder Cup team, and he was gifted that.
Yeah, he did not deserve that.
Yeah, that's tough.
Hey, yeah, that is tough.
That looks like my list right now.
Golf's hard.
Golf's hard.
Golf is hard.
But yes, man, I think I figured it out today. I grew an inch, so it took me further away from the ball. So I was doing the same setup, but further away from the ball. So I realized, hey, I just got to get closer to the ball since I'm an inch taller now. And now striping it. Boom. That's where my game's at. So it's on the up and up. It's a D minus, but on the up and up.
Well, so that's your hitting, your long game. Your driving was fine today. Your irons are what's been off. What about short game?
Well, the putting's okay, but the chipping's been shit. Like,
sometimes maybe good.
It's been bad. I've been tilapia and everything.
You think it's the tight lies? It's just dormant grass and
no, I can't blame it on that.
I think it's the lack of golf we're playing. We're not practicing. We really don't have anything to play for.
Yeah, I think
tournament golf has made us better.
Yeah, I think tight lies at Horse Creek that's a real thing.
It is.
I mean, it really is a real thing, but I do this every year, and I don't go on these slumps every year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just been off. Sometimes you're an inch shorter, and you get back on, and you back. So on the up,
you hit good on the back nine today.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying. We might be D plus after that back nine.
How
D plus?
How do they fix your Atlas?
Oh, so they sends this rocket ship looking thing whichever side you're off. So if you shift this way, he's going to come in on this side and blast you. And it's going to straighten you out, vice versa. But it looks like something off of Despicable Me, like one of them squid launcher. No. But all it is it looks like a rocket ship with a long tip, long nose, and it's got a cylinder in there, but it hits like a hammer.
What you going to?
So
this is like Joey. This is like Joey's Taylor in Friends. They're not supposed to touch you there.
So
lift, move.
Cut this thing off.
Nah, this day.
This thing is like a hammer hitting a nail, right? It's got 6 pounds of pressure, but instead of hitting a nail, it just, it's like a cylinder. It hits and it sends a wave through. It's the vibration that knocks your Atlas back in place. So you just pray you don't mess up, boy. You might
side effects.
Hey,
side effects may f up your golf game. We don't know.
Hey, 1/4 inch off.
You got
boy. You be missing a chromosome.
If he hit me on both sides with both my legs get longer.
Oh, now he'd have to come in on both sides with 2 rocket launchers, hit you down, but it's gonna stretch everything out.
The golf ain't working anyway.
That's the premium version, Austin. You got to pay. That's pay-per-view right there.
Jay Weeksy, where's your golf game? Right? Where was it at the end of the Tour Championship? And then where's it?
It was okay at the end of the Tour Championship. It wasn't great. I was probably a C golfer, like a grade C then. I need to learn to play like I'm playing in a scramble. When we played Ross Bridge a couple weeks ago, I hit the ball so good. And I shipping good. I mean, everything that day was working at Ross Bridge. So I think
since you put the new driver shaft in,
it's helped.
You've been hitting.
You're bombing that thing.
Yeah,
it's so really piercing.
Yeah, it's
very penetrating.
Yes, good word.
Yes.
But like the Atlas fix.
Was he eating a donut?
Where'd you hit rocket to
you? Oh, what is that? Is that vanilla bread?
No, it's a donut.
Okay, that's a skinny donut. Where's the hole?
It's one of them fun size that I don't know why they call them fun size because they're definitely not fun. Them big daddies are fun size.
Yeah.
I'd go C+ right now.
I was going to bring. We beat them 2 today, so
we did.
That was fun.
That was fun.
That was
fun. I had 18 different swings on the course today.
Yeah, you did.
And then we changed it after the round.
Hey, on a serious note, we was reading "Don't Kill Ourselves" books after about 4 holes.
Me and
Dutch,
we had
so
a come
to Jesus meeting.
We're listening to Christmas music.
We had a little powwow. We said a couple prayers, and we were back.
For as bad as I played, like I hit some shitty shots today. To get it to 1 over 73 was pretty.
And you played from the tips a lot.
Yeah, it really was. But you played most of the back 9 from the tips. I played most of the front 9 from the tips.
But me and Dutch
Can we talk about
listen to Christmas music, and I just see clubs going into the ground, like just.
I
like,
swear, man, Jay Weeksy just beatboxing through here, listening to Jingle Bell, and then looking at y'all, it's Eeyore just downing each other.
Okay, before we get into
I suck.
Before we get into me and Dustin's game, let's talk about let's talk about the game we played today. Can you explain that, Dut?
Yeah, so the game we played. So the games we've been trying to play some games here lately just to make it a little more loose and to slow us down. We may be the problem with our pace of play because we can play under 3 hours and 18 holes.
Yeah.
I wish everybody was on that, but they're not. So we're trying to find ways to really enjoy ourselves while we play golf. I found this game. I watched it on YouTube. So we take, say, us 4 played today. You take the highest handicap, and they play from the front tees. Jay Weeksy was today. He was the highest handicap. And then you go to the next highest handicap, which was Rich. He goes 1 tee back from him. And then the next one was Alt. So he went to the blue tees, which is 1 up from the tips. And then I played at the tips. And today we decided to play 2-man teams and skins. So it's pretty much best ball. And if you make, say, so for example, say Jay Weeksy makes a birdie on the first hole. He's on the front tees. He goes all the way back to the front tee or back tees. So he goes to the tips, and everybody else shifts up a tee. So I would go up to the blues, Austin Whites, Richard to the yellows, and then you play the next hole. And then say I birdie the next hole, number 2, and I'm the only one. I would go to the tips. Jay Weeksy moves up to the next tee, and then them two stay the same. So you just, and you're trying. I mean, it's trying to make a lot of birdies, is what it is, and
it's fun.
it is a fun
a lot
game.
of fun.
And you play different shots. Like you're not just playing the same course over and over and over and
Yeah.
over
You
and
might have
over.
a drivable par 4.
Because it's like,
Or
yeah, yeah, and you're sitting there and you're thinking, well, I'm hitting driver wedge here like I did yesterday, driver, or whatever, and it just changes it up. And it like on number 2, Jay Weeksy's on the front tee, but man, that's a tough tee shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's tight, and he hits a good shot. So he hits a good shot there, and your confidence goes up on things like that.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I can hit that tight tee shot right there, and we came down the last putt.
I love playing it, and I love the 2-man team was fun.
Yeah.
Like it took it to another level because you wanted to win one for your team,
Yep, it brought it to a whole new level, and team golf's fun.
Yeah.
So except LIV Golf, LIV Golf, they don't play team golf.
Me and Rich kept brother-in-law in it there for the first part, and God, I was so mad on 2. I doubled 2, which is an easy par 5.
I swear, you were so mad.
So mad.
I was really worried about
you. Took it. You hit your club on the ground, took a divot on accident. You had to fix it, put sand in it. Like, that's what you get.
Hey, I got lucky. I got a par on number 2. I hit a good drive. Second shot never left the ground. Third shot never left the ground. 2-putted.
And you tied me, and I hit all good shots.
Yeah. So golf's hard. Golf's hard.
It's funny how golf works out.
Yeah.
But it came down the last hole, and that's how you won it.
The last hole. I made
made a good birdie.
Made about a 20-footer. Yeah, 20-footer.
Off the green, like on the fringe too.
Yeah, I got stuck on the tips on the back nine, couldn't get off.
Yeah, that's where you got all your birdies though.
It's insane. I had 3 birdies on the back. I had 5 birdies today.
Yeah.
That's what I told Jay. That's what I told Jay Weeksy. I played the tips and the blues 5 under, and I played the whites 2 over.
Yeah.
How crazy is that? Whites. I doubled 9. It screwed my score.
I won 9 with a bogey.
Yeah, 9 with a bogey.
How bad are the tips from 09? That's
wasn't
scary,
great.
ain't it?
Hey, they moved a lot of them pins too. That was tough.
Yeah,
there were some tough pins out there.
Number 2's a big difference from the.
I decided to birdie number 8, so I'd have the toughest tee shot on the toughest hole. So that was fun.
But it was fun. If y'all are looking for games, y'all just hit us up. We got so many games we can play. Like we got Switcheroo, we got this, and a game that's popular with us too is the 2 Club. Austin don't like it, but me and Clint and Richard played it one day, and man, that's so fun.
So is it 2 clubs plus your putter, or just 2 clubs?
We just did 2 clubs. We haven't done the putter, but Richard's thinking, let's keep the putter in there so you can at least practice that, which is a good idea.
Yeah.
But I think it's more. I think Tiger goes around putting with a wedge, and he's one of the best putters in history.
So next week I'm off work.
Don't be down there grinning there, Dak Prescott.
we need to go do our game.
Tiger.
We need to go do our game.
I'm
at
a Cowboys.
Park.
I'm a cow. Yes, we need to go to Highland Park.
Yeah,
but we need to do our game.
Hey, Brad's gonna play with us on Friday.
Yes, like Friday.
That'd be tough for me this Friday.
What'd you say about Brad?
He's playing with us Friday.
Yeah.
I texted him and said, "Hey, you want to play golf on Friday?" And he was like, "Man, I ain't played golf in 2 months. My clubs are up in the attic." I said, "We're gonna play fun golf." So hopefully he plays with us. I imagine. Yeah, I told him we're gonna scramble or do something fun. Yeah. We could take him to Highland though.
Highland's fun.
Yeah.
So fun. It's the best.
Yeah. All right, Dustin. Your golf game was probably the best it's ever been at the Tour Championship. You probably, I mean, in your life, you probably peaked out right there, right? You were at a +6 or something. Where is it at right now?
Manageable. I think that would be a good thing. Are y'all getting feedback?
Manageable.
Manageable.
I think it's manageable. I hit the ball pretty good today.
Shot 500 in the back nine.
It's just manageable.
Okay. It's manageable.
It's just we went over it though. You see my checkpoints in my swing. It's just here.
Hey, you about killed me with that shank though.
I did shank it on
Yeah,
nine.
you about killed me screaming by
I did. Jay Weeks, he was like, "You hit a tree though on your backswing." I'm like, "You're right, there." I threw it out the window. Like this wasn't a real shank.
Feel better. He straight shank.
This wasn't a real shank.
He hit a
Hey,
tree.
ain't no tree gonna cause you to shank, boy. When you that good, you that good. You just shank.
Hey, and Jet Fly, you still might be on 9 somewhere, just swinging.
You gotta watch. We don't get no triple bogey limit now.
No triple bogey limit on Jet Fly.
I've seen a 9 out there on 13.
Hate to see it.
I was sitting there too. I'm like, I was in the cart with the guy. Like, oh no. But I would say my golf game's pretty good. It was really good in September. It probably peaked there. That was my lowest tournament round in my golfing career, I guess. But I got new goals for next year. I'm going to go higher, faster, farther. I'm going to maverick that hoe. Year of the beast, baby.
Higher, faster, longer, stronger.
Kanye.
Why'd you turn into a 7?
I don't know.
Turn into a 7.
Only the true ones will know.
True. Oh, you were in a daze, ain't you? You was lost.
I don't.
I was thinking about my golf swing.
You were like looking dead into that camera, like.
So, as the assistant to the regional manager here, how is your golf game, Austin Sanders? You've got the mic. Go.
When we got done with the tour championship, it was trash. And now it's hot garbage.
The trash can is caught on fire.
It's Austin. It's Austin at the end of the last podcast.
Millie poured gasoline in there. Mo lit it on fire. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't even know how I'm shooting okay, but God, it's just
A lot of scrambling.
trash, man. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know. It's trash. I don't even know.
That shit he be throwing out there. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I swear, it's like I'll go to the course. I'll have 4 different swings. The stuff that don't change, my punch shot don't change. I rely on it a lot. My little wedge game doesn't change. My chipping doesn't change. Putting and full swing. It could change every hole. Every hole. I don't know.
You change swings a lot.
I don't know what to do, Dustin.
I'm going to put up a banner, and it's going to be intervention.
Here's what I need.
Time.
I need I need y'all to do y'all's part. Listen.
You need some medication.
No,
we got to start there.
Here's what's going to happen.
It's all up here. So we'll start with medication.
Here's what's going to happen.
Does Pepto help with this?
Say what?
Does Pepto help with this?
Might be a little backed
Pepto
up.
does not help with this.
You can get that 4-in-1 body wash or whatever. Maybe this is the 4th thing of that 4-in-1. Help my golf game.
That would be good. So Dustin, me and him were talking on the way home, and I just ring him for just nuggets information. I just try
because I don't know what's going on.
Well, here's the you know what's going on, but if you hit a bad shot or have a bad round, you just go, it'll be back tomorrow, or that was just what it was. That's golf.
Manageable.
And I'm like,
it's manageable.
I'm like, I don't like the color of this room. I'm gonna tear the house down. You know what I mean?
Right. That is true. That's a good thing.
Your little osmosis guys, they're working hard when you off.
So I need help to stop this. So Dustin showed me today what he kind of goes through. He's got a good fundamentals. His grip is the same as mine. Setup's the same as mine. Ball position same as mine. All the same basic fundamentals, right? And then he has 2 checkpoints in his swing. Okay, so it's club parallel to the ground and then up at the top. Okay, and then he just hits. See, that puts you in a pretty neutral position. So you're either going to hit a draw or a fade. You're right on the verge. He sees what his tendencies are for that day and then plays it. Okay.
A fat present.
Would you agree that's kind of what you do, Dut?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Now, so I want to do that.
But
But I
God, the
need
world,
help.
when you hit a bad shot, the world's ending.
I
It's
know.
like
I
you
feel
can't just
upset.
hit, and you're like, and it drives me crazy when you like hit not in the center of the face or it goes a little right, a little left. You're like, why'd it go that way? I'm like, well, you all of a sudden there's nobody that's perfect, right?
Yeah.
I mean, God dog. I mean, you're like, what's it? We talked about him today, which he's full of crap,
Johnny
saying
Miller.
he wouldn't aim at the pin because he was scared to hit it. Bull crap. You won not all the majors, right? If you're scared to hit the pin, you're going to win everything, right? Unless you are the worst putter in history. But you've got to accept. You've told me this too. This is from you. You've got to accept what happens after you hit the ball. It's just got to happen. Is it bad? Is it good? What I got next? What's the next shot? That's what. And you're always stuck on. God dog, I caught it thin. I topped it. Did I drop in? Did I do? And it's just got to be a little more chill, a little more Jimmy Buffett, R.I.P.
I want Justin to make
Where'd he go?
Where'd he go?
He hit
El
a birdie again.
Chapo. El
Baby.
Chapo.
Still not bad.
Oh
It's
God,
great.
gray screen.
Justin,
Starlink's on the
I-
wrong side of the world.
It's okay. We don't need him right now. Justin,
Yes.
I need you to make a form. And if I make a swing change, I need to fill out this form, and I need all three of you to stamp it before
Yes.
I
I will have
okay?
this topped up
This
tomorrow.
is good.
We're gonna stick. Okay, we're gonna stick with Dustin's basic.
Yeah.
Here, hit the ball because it looked good, didn't it?
And just another thing. Why is Austin using not his clubs to practice? He'll go practice hours with clubs he doesn't use in rounds. The weight's different, the grip's different, the lie angle's different. Everything is different. And then you go out there and you hit one. It's like, what? Why'd that not do what I did in practice? Well, Austin, you're hitting something with a molded on grip. Am I right? Tell me I'm
You're
right.
Do we need to send a search party for Rich?
El Chapo.
Where is he at?
He'll be fine.
It'll come back. So
He lost the internet or something.
he did. He had to.
I'll check. Y'all two talk. I'll check on him.
Okay.
Yeah, I need. How do I say this? Like, I know what I'm doing. I'm swinging the club. Like, I know where I'm going. I know, I know what it feels like. But I need to understand more, like y'all do, of when I swing this way, what's it going to do? Like I don't hit something consistently, and I don't know how to hit something a certain shape consistently. Does that make sense? That's
Yeah.
where I need help.
Yeah.
I need y'all to point things out to me.
I don't know. I just want to quit changing. I want to stick to one thing, get good at it, and be okay just not like hitting it perfect all the time. Because I will. I'll hit one bad shot and we'll lose it. Tear down the whole
You couldn't
house.
live my life, buddy.
Rich,
you can't live my life, buddy.
And Rich used to not be like that, and he's getting a little bit like
I know.
he is, and it's we're playing a non-perfect game, and you're playing it in a perfect mindset.
Yeah.
I read a book. It's golf's not a game of perfect. Didn't help.
I know you told me all this information, and I took it with me, and I was like, okay.
Because as soon as you hit that shot, whether it be good or bad, you got to hit the next shot, and you can't hit the next shot if you're thinking about the last shot. Even if you're thinking, God, that last shot was great. Like today, for instance, I'm playing the yellows on a par 5, and I'm 115 yards out. What do? I cold thin a wedge into the woods. After drop.
Cold thin. It was a little thinny.
There was a lot.
When I made that birdie putt on 18, I was thinking about my swing.
See, we can't do that.
That's tough.
Yeah.
So like when I hit a bad shot, it's immediate. Just it's goldfish mentality.
Gotta have it.
Yeah.
Be a goldfish. Have you seen Ted Lasso?
Be a goldfish.
Watch Ted Lasso and be a goldfish.
Is that where John Rahm got that from?
I don't know about that.
John Rahm's a sellout.
He's not.
Oh gosh,
He's not.
I want Richard to be back before we go back into the news.
I hate the fireballs.
Come on, man.
I was gonna buy you a T-shirt, Austin, for
I was gonna
Christmas.
get you live merch
and
for
me,
Christmas.
well, shit, it's $98
Yeah, it's
for a
expensive.
T-shirt.
I looked at the range goat
They gotta
stuff.
pay for these.
I like the range goats logo and stuff and the color scheme. But golly, a hoodie's $100. A hat's like $45. So I guess PGA stuff's that expensive too.
Are you calling Rich? I mean, you just cut this section.
Yeah. Dolphin.
That's my hat he's got.
The furry hat that's got or Rich
Yeah.
has.
That Dustin has on. I was cousin Eddie for Halloween one year.
Nice. Status update
He's in the waiting room.
in the waiting
What does that mean?
room.
I don't know
Is
what
that
that
a
means.
thing?
Let him in.
Oh no, I don't know if that's a thing or not.
I think you have to accept him.
You think?
I know on
Yep.
teams that happens a lot. People get stuck in a waiting room, but I don't know. I don't know about on here.
Yeah, I don't think that's a thing. You just jump because Richard was jumping in and out before you even got on. You should have seen him. He was like a dolphin.
It's like a ninja. Puff of smoke, gone. Throw it back again.
Yeah.
I'm alive.
I
I'm dead.
don't know what we got to do to get him in, but just go to the next topic.
Next topic's the news, and we're going to need Rich for this Cowboys news.
Ugh.
All right, that's enough about our golf game. We are going to move on into the news segment of the night.
First off, Eli Musk ain't doing me right tonight.
Elon.
Eli Musk got shot down.
I told him the satellite was on the other side of the world. It's over there on, South Africa or whatever.
Got me.
Was it an internet thing?
So it's what it seemed like, but I checked my speeds. I was still running 80, so that should be plenty,
Yeah.
So
That man was moving back. He was like SpongeBob with all the fire going in his head and all the fire. He's like, what? And I caught him. He's like, I was going to try it on my phone.
So are you on your phone now?
No.
No, he's on his laptop.
Is your earbuds working
Come
now?
on, man. We're back.
All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is Rahm going to LIV. Okay, number 3 player in the world, top. He's been 1, 2, or 3 the past forever. He said a bunch of times, "I'm not going to LIV, not going to LIV, not going to LIV." It's laughable when people say, "I'm going to LIV."
That money talks though.
So here's my problem.
Okay, so
him
go ahead.
back in the PGA Tour. Say I'm going to stay here and play with the best players, play for these historic titles, try to beat these guys, whatever.
What you eating?
Wow, what are you eating? Was that a cake? Chick-fil-A, you dirty dog.
Hey, but all the best
Anyway.
all the best players are in LIV though. That's why he went there.
That is incorrect news. That's fake news.
Go ahead, Doug. Continue.
So
Continue on. I'm just going to shoot this down.
yeah, so you can go back and who's won the last 30 majors, and it's 15 and 15. It's PGA Tour and LIV Tour, blah blah blah.
So.
Yeah, but we go back a few more years. You go back to 2000, then who's got the most majors?
But that one that's got the most majors since 2000, he's not very good anymore though.
You're right. He's streaking some not good stuff. But anyway,
Tiger's coming up. Calm down, Tiger.
So my problem is he spoke he was going to be on the PGA Tour and be faithful to it, right?
Yeah.
And he left it for money. A price was said, and then he's in Spain, and he's saying, "I'm going to grow the game. I'm going to make the game bigger. I'm going to do all this shit." And then I'm getting mad. And then he goes to Spain, and they're talking about, and the reporters are wanting to talk about golf. And he said, "I can't talk until February when my noose is taken off from the Saudis." So that's my problem. He can't speak freely because he's bought. That's my thing. He's bought.
Go, Austin.
Okay, so he said all that stuff prior to the June 6th crap. I mean, when Monahan went behind everybody's back and come out and was behind everybody's back, the PGA Tour is a big corporation. They're just a big. They don't care about you.
Yeah.
Take
care
care of
about money.
yourself.
You're right. So
Care-
it's all. That's where
It's
my
all
thing
about
is
money.
too. It's all dirty too. And his raise went up $5 million. So
Yeah.
to me, we got a team's message. Anyway, to me, he's dirty too. I mean, he's got problems too. He doesn't need to be in charge anymore, and he's not going to be after the new year.
No.
I can go ahead and guarantee y'all now, the 31st, when that agreement happens in 11 days, he's gone. He is gone.
But do you blame Rahm for
No.
why would he be loyal to the tour when they do that to him?
The only reason he joined is because he won the Masters. He secured 5 more years to majors, and that's
He's
the
good.
only reason he did it.
This would be he bet that this would be sorted out in 5 years, and he's right.
Yeah, it will be. It'll be
Yep.
sorted out in 3 years.
Dustin Johnson did the same thing.
Yeah.
Dustin Johnson won the Masters. He's in forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brooks Koepka, he won a major.
I'll take that $600 million.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, and let them figure it out.
Yeah. And
I don't blame you.
Victor Hovland came out a couple days ago. He's pretty pissed off at the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
He said he's not going to leave because he's happy where he is. He's happy with the tournaments he plays and blah 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 and stuff like that. But it would be frustrating that your boss, I guess, or your leader goes behind your back and makes a deal with supposedly the enemy.
Yeah.
That would be frustrating. But Tigers came in for the committee. And I listened to his interviews and stuff. He's pretty pissed at Jay Monahan. He is like, this is not this. This ain't gonna happen again.
Just make Tiger the commissioner. Just make him the commissioner.
That's what I've said too. I think he will one day.
Right.
But I really do. I know I'm a big fan.
I
think he's going to take a couple more years and really try to win another major. And I think but I don't know if he will be able to, but I think that's what he's got in mind.
So, Jay Weeksy and Rich, do you anything on Rahm? Y'all blame him at all?
No,
Are y'all with him?
Boom, boom. Yep, boom,
Yeah.
double.
Dustin, it's a big corporation that's screwing him. He got to take care of himself.
You're right.
Get paid.
He didn't need money though.
Yeah, but gosh.
But I mean, it helps.
It helps, but I mean,
just think about certain work situations y'all both been in.
Yep.
And it's the same thing. Just money's different.
Yep.
Exactly. It would be
That's
like
it.
the CEO of a certain company being loyal to them over something else.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. It's just I'm just stuck on history and how I'd rather win. I know y'all make fun, like people make fun of the John Deere Classic, but it's still that still means something
History's
though. Like
good, but I mean,
the legends of the game won those the legends of the game won those tournaments too, and they can't do that. They're playing these 54-hole tournaments that mean really nothing right now.
But look at college football today and college football 15 years ago, even. It's totally different today than it was 15 years ago. And you could even talk about, I mean, yeah, they were probably paying players and stuff back in the day. But earlier I made a comment, Arch Manning made $3.2 million this past year in NIL, and he touched the football 30 times maybe.
So that shouldn't be a thing to me.
Sports are changing, and golf has got to change.
So it's got to change, but I think you've got to earn, what you take, though. Like, there needs to be a cut still. You still need, like, all those guys that used to stay in their car and stuff. And I'm going off a spinner here. That makes you grow as a person, because who's going to stick around and go through that stuff and become a champion one day, win majors? You know what I mean?
But these guys are giving those guys more chances.
Yeah,
did I know Dustin did. Did y'all listen to the KVV? Did y'all read that?
That was such a good article.
It was so good.
It needs to be
it needs to be read. I'll send it to y'all. He is the director of
No Laying-Up.
Of what though? It's like of
editorial or whatever.
Something.
I don't know.
He's the writer for No Laying Up, and he just pretty sum it up. The golfers are not worth that much.
Yeah,
they're not
exactly
like what they produce. Like viewership wise, is not like college football games, small college football games.
Yeah,
produce more viewership than
Nick Saban is underpaid, and he makes a crap ton of
you're
money.
probably you're right.
Nick Saban
Um,
is underpaid.
He is.
yes,
100%.
and
So we went with the numbers, Austin. So if you watch the college football game, it was like Nebraska and somebody else. 2 unranked teams had more views than any PGA Tour,
Yep.
European Tour, even LIV Golf Tour. They have the worst views. YouTube golfers are getting more views than these guys.
Yeah. Hey, like
But they are wanting the bat, and I don't know.
like 3 or 4 months ago, wasn't Dustin a live lover though? What happened? Did he come around? Did he come around to
Super
live
live
though
lover.
for a minute?
I'm back and forth, but I'm honestly just not a live lover.
it's been so long since we've recorded. I can't remember. We'll
That's
have
because
to, I have to go
archives.
back in the archives. Yeah, and look
So
at it.
I got big on the Brooks Koepka train
Yeah.
just because of his story, and he left because of his injury. I think he regrets it
Oh yeah, probably.
because,
I don't know if he regrets it. Some with what's
Nah,
going
he
on
regretting
now.
that money.
but the only reason he left was to get his brother on there, and his brother got cut this year.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Yeah,
So your old little Bubba is gone because he sucks at golf, and he didn't deserve to be on there.
Hey, he still got some money though.
Yeah, maybe.
What I'm saying is if it would be like them coming to one of us and saying, "Hey, for $1 million, will you come play over here?" And we're like, "No, because I ain't earned it."
I would go in a heartbeat.
I'd be gone, and then I'd look like a fool, but I got my $1 million. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is these guys, we don't know all their backgrounds. So some of these people come from no money, and yeah, they might have money now, so it's just more money, but they're thinking about a bunch of generations. Like,
Yeah, that's his kids'
you-
kids don't have to work.
yeah.
So I'm gonna read this little right here. Golf is a niche sport. It always will be a niche sport, certainly outside the majors. Deep down, golfers know this. They are aggressively uncool compared to the other athletes. They get to have long careers and they get to rub elbows with the wealthy people, important people, business tycoons, and heads of state, but their skills don't move the needle. We know live ratings have been laughable, so let's ignore them for a second. Let's take the PGA Tour's most important event, the Players' Championship, and Exhibit A. In 2023, the Players' Sunday broadcast drew 2.8 million viewers. That is up 11% from the previous year when Cam Smith won. The Ohio State played Michigan in college marquee regular season. It was 19.07 million.
Yeah.
And then you go to the Iowa State and Kansas State game, and PJ Store still draws less viewers than them.
Yeah. It's a very
crazy.
niche sport in that people will go out and play it just to go have fun with their boys and have some beer on the golf course and stuff. But I would say 40% of amateur golfers, hackers, do not watch golf or do watch golf. 60-70% don't watch golf.
And he goes on into the article talk about that. One of his friends called him and was like, "I don't give a crap about. I'm not watching professional golf anymore." He said, "This is insane."
He'll watch the majors. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just watch the majors. I mean, I'll have some golf on in the background, but I'm not paying attention 100% of the time unless it's a major.
So I've got a note here that the way everything's divided up now, the majors feel more important than ever, right? The Players is nothing. It's nothing now with the people that can't play there. And the marquee PGA Tour events or whatever, all the sponsors are pulling out. The live events they're fine to watch. Like I love to get on there and I'll be able to watch Phil, DJ, Cam Smith, Rahm now. You get to watch some really, really good golfers, but they're not like I'm not like into it. The majors are what's important now. But so 4 times a year, that's 4 big events. You can't make every event important.
No. But if you look at college football, even Alabama Vandy, you're going to watch at least a half of that.
You're right.
So let's say something weird happens and the schedule is lined up and they start playing on Sunday. Alabama Auburn is on Masters Sunday. What are you watching?
Masters.
Really?
All day.
I'm watching both.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got two screens now.
That's true.
But that's
I'm
another
watching
thing.
both, dude. But
there's
I'm
only
gonna
12.
pay. This is where I'm at. I'm gonna pay attention probably more to the football game, and then
Yeah.
you could whittle the golf down to the last couple holes.
Yeah.
But there's only 12 football games. That's the reason. It's like baseball. Baseball sucks until the playoffs,
Yeah.
I think.
I'm with you. I like
There's too many. So that
September-ish.
you got your
September.
Yeah, so but golf's about to, I mean, they just ended. They're about to kick off again.
Yeah.
There's no off
Yeah.
season.
There's no off, and it's fun watching this Q school and stuff. These guys grinding and
But-
like
Yeah.
that's cool, but what are they're playing into politics now. This is like politics,
Yeah.
LIV and PJ Tour. And I need
Another
them
thing,
to come together. I need
Yes.
another thing,
I need
KV.
What
Cam
she
Smith
said.
and Rory to be playing against each other. Like Cam Smith needs to be playing against Rory or Brooks or Tiger. What they need to
Yeah,
all be playing
do.
at the
Yeah.
Phoenix Open this
They
year.
do. But it's not going to happen
Another-
another 3 years.
No, they're coming to agreement on the 31st
Are they?
with Piff and Liv. That's why Rahm left, is because why he takes 650. And that's why, like, you look at the PGA Tour guys, they're like, this is shady. If the Saudis are trying to if they're trying to make a deal, they're still trying to take these players. But Rahm's seeing it as, I'm going to take the 650 million. They're going to make this deal by the 31st, and then he's going to play or whatever, supposedly. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. They're saying it could be the 31st. They're saying it could be extended out. I don't know.
So I got sidetracked a second ago. KVV was talking about golfers are not worth what they're getting paid right now. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a certain amount of money that's coming into golf. It's all going to the top players now, right?
Yeah.
Dustin.
Yeah, that's right.
Like it's getting funneled to.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is if you're not a top 50 player in the world, you're about to be
Just
sleeping in your car.
Just like it used to be.
You're going to be
Mule
You're
riding.
not going to be 200th ranked player in the world making $1 million a year. That's about to end.
Yeah.
That's over.
Yeah, that sucks. That does suck right there.
It's all going to the top 50.
You're right.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to get ugly here for a minute, and it's going to get really, really, really competitive. And I think in the end, it's going to end up being a pretty good product. I think it's going to take about a year, 2 years, because we're 2 years into the LIV thing. I think another 2 years. I think we're going to have something that's you're really battling to be in. Okay, listen to this. Think of Rory, for example. Okay.
Boo.
Okay, exactly. So he has been. I'm just trying to, find myself or whatever, or there's more important thing. If you're not out there grinding as hard as you can, you're not going to be top 50 in the world.
Yeah.
That's what's going to end up happening. Okay, because if you're not top 50 in the world, you're going to be broke. And that's what it's going to end up being like. And I think it's going to take another 2 years, and it's going to be a good product for us. But I think that's what's going to end up happening.
Is the LIV going to go to 72 holes?
I don't care. I mean,
if
nothing
they,
matters with
if
the
they,
majors.
If they want points though, and they're going to keep complaining about that, they need to. Because if you got other,
listen to this, the Masters, there are only 77 players qualified right now.
it's a low rank. It's a low event anyway. It's usually around 80. It's the smallest field. It's the smallest field in golf every year.
This is the smallest.
You know what the largest field in golf is? The PGA Championship.
Okay.
Because it takes the top 125.
The world golf rankings, they're going to have to change something. That's just a mess.
But LIV needs to change too. They don't need to be like, hey, come to me. We're going to play 54 holes with no cut. And we're going to give these guys millions to play for nothing. You give us points. Yeah. But on the other hand, Tiger's event doesn't need to be getting points.
Right.
I agree with that. His 18 player, but the only thing is he's taking the top players, but it still doesn't need to. That needs to be a charity event.
Yeah.
That needs to be separate from the. Hey, film it still, get ratings, get money, whatever. But it doesn't need to be getting more points than the Zozo over in Japan, which it is.
You're right. Yeah.
So I'm both sides here, but LIV has to change to 72 holes with a cut, and they need to have people that can play in too. That's the stories you want. That's what makes
Yeah.
golf so good. You can be an
People are
amateur.
playing in.
I can
They've
go
had
and
2 qualifiers.
yeah, now that's it. That's over for the rest of the year. You can't play in no more. PJ Tour, you can go try out for the Hawaiian whatever Sony Open, or not the Century, but the Sony the next week. You can be some guy over in Hawaii living there and play into that tournament and play with the best in the world. So that's why I like the PJ Tour, is because a regular Joe like us can have a chance.
Yeah.
LIV has made
Yeah.
this mold of they're bricked into this. It's just us.
Yeah, LIV's not the for the average Joe for golf for play.
They're a country
Yeah.
club. PGA Tour's public golf.
Yep.
It really
I
is.
don't know.
I mean, I agree with that for the most part, because you're right. You can
The
qualify.
manager over the manager over the public golf right now is not really good.
Yeah, you can on the PGA. You can go to Monday qualifier and get in for the tournament that week. At LIV, you got to be on a team right now or whatever, or whenever it is.
There's better stories in the PGA Tour.
There are
for sports stories, and that's
So what can LIV do?
They-
Dynamic team changing? Can they do some kind of
if they're
the
big
team
on
that
the
finishes last intro, they're out?
if they're big on the team event, they need to make it feel like a team event. It doesn't. They're all playing separate.
I think
Let's make it like let's go 2v2 on each hole. Let's get.
Yeah.
I think if they merge,
Let's do that.
if
And then you're seated after every day, and say you're the best team in that day. You're seated in the number 2 seed,
Yeah.
and y'all play against each other, and just stuff like that. If you're pushing out the team event, be a team event thing. They're not.
I think
They round up their scores at the end, all separate, and they're like, "Hey, they won.
Yeah.
Let's pop champagne."
if they somehow merge LIV and PGA together, I think you shorten the PGA schedule, and then in the fall or early spring, you have 8 to 12 LIV events for the off season of the PGA.
So that's where Jay Monahan messed up. They came to him to talk about it, and he said it would never happen. He could have foreseen. He could have dodged all this mess with saying, "Hey, let's put this in the off season." The fall season, PJ Tour's out.
Yeah.
Let's feed them with team events with the LIV golf.
Play
and
West
let's
Coast
pump
courses,
it
like
up.
warm
Let's go
weather
to
courses.
Yeah, and with party holes and all that stuff, let's make it different. And now they're trying to amp this TGL thing, which I don't know how it's going to be. The only reason I was excited about it is because Tiger.
Yeah.
It's probably, which it got pushed out another year,
And-
which is probably I could see it dying, honestly, because they're going to figure out this LIV PGA Tour thing in the next year.
Yeah, just merge the two and have LIV events, like have the PGA do drafts of all the golfers, and then just have 8 to 12 events in the off season.
And that's the thing, you could go off of the PGA Tour rankings.
Yeah.
And say you can go into this picking in the fall.
Yep.
And it's money.
Yeah.
Like it's like they're gonna want to watch. It's pay-per-view, whatever. But it's cool, fun events on these like unique golf courses. Not like let's go to like some just different places and play off these like Ozark Trail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be cool to watch in a LIV event out there, and they draft it out there live. Bam, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, Tiger
Yes, that
and
would be
Tommy Fleetwood's on teams
I would
today.
watch that.
Yeah.
But Jay
If
Monahan
they done
missed
something
it.
like that, we'd be able to get into golf all year long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, have something to get pumped up about.
Yep.
And guess what? You take world golf rankings out of that.
Yep.
All that is a money product. That's all that is. Players are getting paid. People are getting paid. Sponsors are getting paid. Whatever. Nobody's worried about who's getting points. Whatever. All it is money. And your top players, all after that year, they're going to be playing for that.
Yep.
Right?
And you could
I want to be part of that. That's like All Stars. Bam.
Yeah.
All Stars.
You could do
There's your All Stars.
2 events a month.
That's all you got. And
they
take
still
fall
get time
golf.
off.
Take fall golf out.
Yeah.
Put in the Q school and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what takes that over. Collegiate, the seniors that are graduating, let's figure out the best golfers there that don't have membership.
Yeah.
Let's have a nice turn. Let's take in more than 5 people though.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, God, 5 people, that's tough. But
they should have like a cut line on both of them, and then after you're under that line, all of them get together and face each other, and the top 2 in there get to buy it to them big time tournaments.
The Back Nine Mully out here in Walker County, Alabama, is coming up with a better
Or you could
product
have
than
it
what
could be like a
Saudi
relegation, like they
Arabia is
do
coming up with.
soccer over in Europe. Like you get relegated to live, or you get relegated where if you don't, you know what I mean?
I think they're working toward that. They need so they come to the PGA was like, hey, y'all want to do this, and they were like, we're not even taking a meeting with you. And they were like, fine, we're going to catch the world on fire until you listen to us. And then they just started poaching all these players, and they're slowly getting to where they've got we're just going to do this ourselves. We're going to throw money at it until we've got the top 50 players in the world, and then we're going to do whatever we want to do after that.
Yeah.
And I think eventually it's going to be a good product. Right now we're in the world burning phase.
Oh yeah.
We're at like where our politics are, and like that world is the same with golf, and I don't like it.
Pets' heads are
I don't
falling
like
off,
it.
and
Like it's like NFL. They don't have anybody. It's just the NFL.
Yeah.
They're playing for the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just
We'll figure it
hate
out.
it. I know. I'm just
Somebody get-
frustrated.
All right,
get
we're going to
Jay
move on
Money
to
on
the
the
next topic. Jay sucks. Dustin doesn't like Liv. John
I don't
Rahm's
think
okay.
you like either one of
Next.
them.
I don't like Jay Monahan. He's I can say I got that thing in my life where I can tell people are off or not.
Yeah.
And he's got a look in his eye. He's slithering.
He's slithering.
He's slid.
That bitch slithering. That's Draco.
Thug
And
life.
he is. And if Tiger, the not the perfect person in the world, is like, yeah, he ain't gonna do that
Fine.
again.
No.
Hey, I'm gonna put him in line. Yeah, like what the hell? And
right.
Rory,
That's on. That's rolling. That's rolling.
I'm so
rolling.
mad. I just want to watch. I just want to
He's
watch the
pissed
Bay
off,
Hill.
Brody.
I told Austin this. You know what would fix all this?
Yeah.
And y'all are gonna laugh. If Tiger comes back and wins, it's gonna fix everything. If Tiger comes back and he starts winning on the PGA Tour and winning majors, they're gonna be like,
let's just roll into Tiger. Let's just roll right into it.
I'm excited.
Good. He looks
Why
good.
He looks great.
He looks
Tiger,
better. He looks good. He looks I watched him 2013 Tiger the other day when he's number one in the world. He looks as good as that.
What did he finish at the Hero?
Hey, oh, you up in there? He's that good looking.
He didn't finish that good at the Hero, but there's something about his.
I was worried about how he moved and his.
He keeps saying in his interviews, like, "Hey, I feel good." Like he's like shocked at himself, like, "I can do this," and that's all he needs is a little self belief.
He's back on that good stuff.
Tiger
juice.
Tiger is going.
I'm just saying, he's juiced up because he looks good.
He's on the levels of, I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know what they can take. I don't know what they can take. I know they got to take
that
drug tests.
lotion. You know that lotion they make.
You know, Scott. Scott Stallings he lost a lot of weight, got ripped up. He started doing CrossFit.
Yeah.
And he took a medication with a something.
Antler or something.
He didn't take that CrossFit medication. Tiger did. Don't be trying to.
No. But he got suspended but he called himself in and told him. But
we say Rich high octane.
Oh, he's on that super high octane. You know when you drive through and you said, "Can I get two?" They said, "No, you could only get one." He's getting three.
Hey, if they let Barry Bonds do it, they can let him do it.
I don't
allegedly.
I don't get real high. That's a lie. I get high for Tiger, but like in my mind, I have like the last time he come back, I was like, he's not gonna win, and he won the Masters. I was like, oh, that's crazy. I didn't think he'd do that, and then he
lives off of negativity.
I think he's gonna do something different this time. I think he's about to go on a little run for about 5 years.
You know what?
Hey, he is. Charlie gonna do really good. He's gonna be on that bag.
Hey, Rich, shut up.
You know what got the juices? The juices got flowing when he served that lady them papers to kick her out of his house.
How about that?
We're going on vacation, babe. Back up.
We're going, not you. We're going on vacation.
And then she tried to sue him.
Yeah.
I bet she was crazy. She got that look in her eye. Yeah. She like a Slytherin.
So me and Dustin are on the same page. Y'all honestly, like, no jokes. What do y'all think? Is it over?
Win. I think he's got to win one this year or next. Like, I would say this year.
If he wins
Look.
one more PGA Tour event, he breaks the record, and he's 3
So
majors away
the
from time.
easy
He's not
thing
gonna
to
tie.
say is the easy thing to go with is he's done.
That's easy.
I don't know if he's
Because
That's such an easy bet, though.
no, hold on.
That's betting with the house.
It's easier for most people to say, oh, and it's better odds. What's Tiger gonna do? They gonna win? He's gonna win some more? It's our higher odds would be no, he ain't. If we were gambling, I guarantee the odds are against him. But I can think of a lot of amazing movies that was made from stuff like this. And so that's what I'm hoping for.
But was that movie made when he won the Masters last time? Was that it?
I want a comeback movie when he's an old man and got this gray beard. Comeback movie.
I feel like
What's
he
the
already
picture?
had that when he won that Masters.
What is the Dennis Quaid movie?
Oh yeah, the rookie.
Yeah, the rookie. Comeback old man pitching in the dang MLB.
But I feel like he defied all the odds when he won that last match. I feel like he's had that moment. Like honestly.
But he looks better now.
I know
It's
he
crazy.
does, but I don't know.
God, he's got some speed.
I love him.
And he just got
The only reason is when he comes in these interviews and he's like, because usually he's very vague about what he's going to do.
Yeah.
But he's like, I feel good. My body is going to hold up. It's going to do what I need it to do. And guess what? I can still hit the center of the club face.
Yeah.
I can still bring he's got the intimidating factor.
Yeah.
If him and Ricky's playing on Sunday at the Masters, I'm going to put my money on Tiger.
Oh,
He's just got something about, he's got that winning mentality.
He'll beat Ricky and bone his mom.
Oh wow.
Boom.
Aggressive.
Put it on a t-shirt.
But you know what's undefeated? Time is undefeated.
You're right.
Time is undefeated.
But he's 47 and Phil won a major at 51.
Phil ain't got a bunch of metal and stuff in his legs.
Everything
right.
Tiger's ever done.
I love him, but I
not done before.
You're right. I love him and I want him to win. I don't see it.
So there's nobody gonna work harder than him. He's got that about him. He's got the Michael Jordan, the Kobe Bryant effect. Nobody's gonna outwork him, so he's not gonna be in a situation that he ain't ready for, right? And that's what always kind of made him good. So he just needs to put himself in a few of them situations.
Yeah.
On a few days, and it might happen. I hope it happens. So the odds are against him though.
One thing that's benefiting him right now is the equipment.
Yeah.
He's hitting the ball farther now than he was in 2000. And that's another topic we're going to come into, the ball roll back. What do you want me to tell you what's going on with that? Are y'all well versed in it?
I mean, I know enough.
I know
what's happening. Yeah,
lose 10 yards or something like that.
It's supposed to be 5%, right?
Okay,
but
so
what's the
I listened to a 2-hour podcast with the USGA president and the guy over the RNA. Okay, so one was over the LPGA before, and before that he was a big wig at TaylorMade. Okay, he was a manufacturer. Now what they've gotten into is a situation where for the last 40 years, the distance the average player hits it has increased 1 yard per year. That doesn't sound like a lot, but after 40 years, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. And if we wait another 40 years, in 2000, there was one player that averaged over 300 yards. It was John Daly.
Yeah.
And now there was 96 or something. The average over it was a lot.
But hold on, as that goes on, that margin gets smaller. Because in another 40 years, they're not gonna hit it. There's no way they hit it. Okay,
40 years ago they were.
But if you stop, just stop where you're at.
Hold on, I got it.
Yeah, with the technology.
All you got to do is put restrictions on how they make the equipment.
Yeah, the clubs. Yeah,
the club. Don't change the ball.
Don't change technology anymore.
If they're at a good distance, now change it if you just wanna make it shorter. But if you want it to stop, not that 40 years from now, it's like baseball bats. You can get them baseball bats shaved and you can knock home runs all the time.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
just put,
Okay. So they stopped that in the mid 2000s. Okay. There's a face thinness that they
that's what I
limit.
thought. Yeah.
And there's another thing that they record, and it's the amount of time that the ball stays on the club face. Okay, it's a very small amount of time, and that's how they test how hot a face is. Okay, then there's another thing they test.
That's
It's
why
called smash factor.
that's why tour pros their faces break all the time.
They shave the faces, so they don't
They're
hit
hot.
what we hit.
They're
They're
hot.
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
They're
how they
super,
do
super
that in
thin.
softball.
Yeah, and the they limited the driver head. Okay, so they put these limits on everything, and the engineers at TaylorMade Ping, Tyler, they just keep making it a little faster and a little faster and a little more forgiving, and where you can swing it harder and your off center hit still go. So not only it's not only a thing of the club going farther, it's being more forgiving where you're not penalized for a poor strike on a hard swing. You understand what I'm saying? So like going after it as hard as you can and hitting it a little on the toe, the ball's still going.
Yeah.
So people are swinging harder and harder and harder and harder. So what they've done now, they've changed the test where they optimize launch conditions on a robot. It's an Iron Byron, and they swing it at 125 miles an hour, perfect launch angle, perfect spin rate, and the ball cannot go over 317 yards at 125 miles an hour. Okay, if it goes further than that, it's hot. Okay, they've got a so that's what they've limited to. We run this test. If your ball passes it, it's good. Okay, but there's other factors that fall into this. Okay, um, they said that only the players at 125, they're going to feel the biggest effects, and then as your swing slows, it's going to affect you less. And they said when you get about a 5-iron, your 5-iron's actually going to go about the same distance. That's what they said. But then I listened to a PGA Tour pro that went and tested a ball that conformed. Okay, and it's Lucas Glover, U.S. Open champion, won 2 times at the end of the season last year. Averages about 296 off the tee. He said I hit a couple drives that felt okay that went 241.
That's not good.
See, I feel like
Well, it's gonna be all right for me because my slow ass swing ain't gonna affect that ball.
But I feel like they're punishing these tour professionals who train for this.
Yeah.
Like we're just like we don't train like they train. We have jobs, we have things we have to do. We don't get to just work out, go hit balls, go for a run,
right.
go hit balls. This is their
They've earned this
job.
distance.
Yeah.
There's not guys out there that's hitting it long that haven't earned it.
So think about this. And I know they're trying to say, well, everybody can't hit it that far. Well, if you train hard enough, you can, because look at Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I mean,
he's
he
a very good
hit
example.
it. He would have never won without
Right.
adding his distance, correct?
Yeah.
Or
He
Bryson.
won the U.S. Open because he added distance.
That's exactly right. And what did he do? He trained really, really hard.
Right.
And he learned how to hit it straighter.
Very hard on it.
So I feel like they're punishing.
And so he earned that, and guess what? That would be taken away from his hard work.
Right.
I think it's dumb. I'm against it.
Here's my deal. In tennis, there's a tennis ball. Why don't we have a golf ball?
Yeah.
Like this is just what people play with. This is what you go to pickleball. There's a pickleball.
Yeah, watch that
There's
pickleball.
a ball. This is the ball.
That calf explode.
It's all the same. It's pretty much the same. There's one. The brands change, but it's just a ball.
Right.
It's all money, man.
And I feel it is.
I told you what would be cool is if they did like events throughout the year. This is a TaylorMade event.
Yeah.
They only play with TaylorMade clubs, TaylorMade ball, TaylorMade everything. So who said it with? I forgot what it was, but they were thinking like it's going to be in a couple years. The PGA Tour is going to be like the Amazon Cup and the Walmart whatever, and these big brands. But you take these events and take these manufacturers, and they just have their event. Everybody plays with the same equipment across the board. Everybody's on the same level ground.
I wish they had 20 clubs and you make a bag of 10, like this is your weapon arsenal. 20 clubs, pick 10 of them, and let's go play.
Yeah.
Everybody had the same loft, same shaft, same head, same everything. Pick your 10 out of the 20, and we'll go play. And that's how golf was.
That's how it used to be.
That's cool right there.
I mean, Jack.
That would be real cool.
I mean, Jack Nicklaus won like 18 majors, and I think he used a different putter in every one of them.
Go back to persimmon head drivers.
Yeah.
That video you sent us where you go to that golf course and you can pay $25 extra to play with the old school hickories. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Like if you want to get
awesome.
into the nitty gritty, make them play with that.
Yep.
Hey, MLB plays with a wooden bat. Make them play with hickories.
You're right.
Yeah.
If they're they'll take that distance way down.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. Like
that would be
the
so
British
cool
Open
to
every
watch.
year.
And them old school golfers would be good. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a Fred Couples or a Bernhard, they played that.
All right, to the fans, we need likes, hits, and subscribers because when we get
not
big,
a hit, we don't want to be hit now.
When we make it big, we're gonna go back a flashback in time, and we're gonna have that tournament for the best golfers in the world to play with.
Yep.
Play in.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
It would. Host event, $10 million prize.
Yeah, that'd be sweet though. Really, to see all the best golfers play with them.
Yeah,
wooden clubs.
I'm just not in the rollback though.
No, I just feel like they're punishing these people. But
is everybody against it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Now, there's one thing I want to talk about. There's more to golf than hitting it far, though.
There
and
is.
right now, that's all that it is. If the farther you hit it, the lower you score, pretty much.
But Lucas Glover won twice this year.
But look where he's ranked.
But
he got on a hot streak with a putter.
I'm just saying though, any given week.
Yeah, but
statistically, the fastest way to lower your handicap is hit it farther.
Yeah.
There's more to golf than hitting it far. Justice for fat parades.
So you know what you need to do. So I seen a tweet today about the 18th hole at LA Country Club U.S. Open. Wyndham Clark hit that thing 80 yards right. The fairway was 200 yards wide. Let's just make fairways
shrink them
tighter.
Yeah.
Guess what? That saves money. That saves property. And if he hits it over there,
let's make out of bounds, baby. Not for us, for them.
No.
Yeah, F them. Hey, shit. Horse Creek's got out of bounds everywhere. If you think about it, things tree line. They hit it over. If we hit it 80 yards right on hole one, guess what? We're at the 50-yard sign on the.
I got it figured out. Just take the Heatherwood layout, and there you go.
Yeah, Heatherwood and Birmingham, Alabama is tied.
Then they will want to hit it. They won't want to hit it as far because you don't know what you're getting into if you hit it too far there.
Yep. Funny. So that's the thing. You take a 7,200-yard course, which is pretty manageable everywhere, and just make it tighter. So these people are going to be thinking, I would rather hit a 4-iron off this tee, hit this fairway, than my driver into that 4-inch rough because I'm screwed then.
Yeah.
I got a question. Okay. Colt Knost in his prime or Wyndham Clark, who's a better golfer?
Where are we going with this? Like, one's won a U.S. Open, one hasn't.
I mean, one a U.S. Am. It's different. But what I'm saying is Colt Knost is probably a better golfer. Like, he can hit shots that Wyndham can't. He's probably got better short game than him.
I go and tell you, Wyndham Clark's problem is his mouth. And he's too cocky. He's chipped. I don't know. He won a U.S. Open, and he thought he was big bad at the Ryder Cup, and he did not. He got, what, half a point?
Ryder Cup sucked. I don't want to get started on the Ryder Cup again. We suck. We suck. We need to burn it all down and start over.
Well, you heard what Tiger said about it. They're wanting him to captain the next one.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't even worry about that with what we're dealing with the PGA Tour and LIV.
Yeah.
So they're not even caring about the Ryder Cup. Luke Donald he's the next captain for the Europeans.
I think Azinger's coming back.
No.
He did good in 2008.
He did.
Anyway, so we're going to move off that. let's move into college football. So since we've been gone, as far as Alabama goes,
Since we've been gone,
we had the 4th and 31. Can you believe
That's
that? We have
crazy.
the
looked. We
grave
started out,
digger.
The
started out awful.
grave digger.
Now listen, I've been saying it. If you go back on the podcast, go back, way back, because we ain't recorded in a while. Go back. We looked awful.
way back.
We the
October
first couple
24th.
games, we lost our second game to Texas.
Yep.
Boo.
Then we had that
USF.
Asian guy who's playing lacrosse now at Notre Dame.
Yeah.
He
Hey,
was our
I
starting
told y'all
quarterback
he's
game 3.
7. Should just listen to me.
Okay, and I told y'all, I said I got a feeling we're gonna scrape by. We're gonna scrape by every game, and we're gonna win it all. No, win, ugly, and we getting and Milrow is an animal now, animal,
Mm-hmm.
He's a little vagina
and
though. He needs to get a little.
and then and
You
then
put that head down a little bit.
we got to Auburn, and
God, that
it
was the worst.
it was
Hey, he's scared. He was scared of them cats. He was
Yeah.
scared of them
It
cats.
was like second and on the 5-yard line or something, and
center.
we had a false start, and then they snapped it way past Milrow, and 4th and 31, and I was sitting there thinking, well, we're already in the
Done
SEC.
seen the kick six 1,200 times that day.
That's it.
I literally went over in the corner and told somebody, all we can do now is hurt Georgia's record.
When he
I told that to
so.
when
somebody
he threw
like
that
the play before.
when he
Yeah,
threw
it
that
was
ball on 4th and 31, I was like, he just did that out of bounds.
Oh, and he.
And it was just so perfect. It was so perfect.
I couldn't believe it.
And I love the people that were like, that was a push off. That was a push off. Dude, that was a freaking. They were
He hit
fighting.
him with that Bonds, baby.
Yeah. They were fighting for the ball.
Yeah.
That was a good play by the ref.
No,
Oh,
that was perfect play.
Yep.
And he
Yes.
dropped the punt right before
Yep.
Yeah.
to get us in
Yep.
there. Oh, it was crazy. So got in.
That
beat
house,
Georgia.
my house went wild, didn't it?
It was
Yeah,
so good.
It went wow.
And then we beat Georgia. It shouldn't have beat. I mean, Georgia's solid.
We should have beat Georgia by about 14 points or more.
Yeah, should have.
Well,
I'm saying they played so good. Hey, David Polak or whatever, he messed up.
Pollock.
What's his name?
Pollock.
David Pollock. I said that today too. I was playing golf, and you were like Pollock. But anyway, David Pollock, when he came out and said Kirby Smart is a better coach than Nick Saban,
I hate
dude,
to see it.
all you did was feed him what he needed to destroy you. He created Kirby. He is everything Kirby is. Everything Lane Kiffin is. Everything all these coaches are. He is the foundation of where they're at.
Yep.
And you're dissing him. It's like saying like,
he's an idiot.
Just drives me crazy. Like Bill Belichick, like he's one of the greatest NFL coaches of all time, and they're dissing him because he doesn't have Tom Brady. Well, guess what? Tom Brady had Bill Belichick too.
Yeah.
Like I know it's the New England, everybody hated him or whatever, but still, he's not a bad coach.
Right.
They lived in
you don't win that much if you're a bad coach.
Yeah, exactly. And Nick Saban is the best coach in history, I think, in college football.
Yeah, I'd agree.
GOAT.
And the record stands for itself.
So now we went to the countdown to the top 4, and we're watching it. We're playing. Me and Rich are playing together at Ross Bridge, and you got Florida State. So you knew Michigan was in.
Yeah.
You knew Washington was in. Okay. Then you got the last 2. Texas won. Texas beat Alabama, but that was. I honestly think Alabama's better than Texas.
Yeah, I think so.
Alabama's the most dangerous team in the top 4 right now.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Absolutely.
Okay. Like nobody wants to play Alabama.
No.
Like Michigan they hated to see Alabama get the 4.
Hate to see it. Yeah, boy, I love to see it though.
Man. And you got Florida State undefeated, but their quarterback's hurt.
Yep.
Okay. Now, this has always been a situation where you've got the 5 power conferences.
4 spots.
If you have 5 champions, you got 4 spots. What are you gonna do? Okay, Alabama won. And people are idiots, man. When you look at the record of the SEC over and over and over and over, and they're like, you're gonna leave Alabama or Georgia's a top 4 team.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Georgia's better than
Yep.
Texas. Alabama's better than Texas.
I would rather play all them teams but Georgia again. I'd rather
I'm
play
glad
all
Georgia
four.
make it in.
I think all three of them teams are better than Washington.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I think Oregon's better than Washington, and they've lost 2 by a field goal.
Washington
I
has
think
good
they're-
receivers and a good quarterback and a defense.
Yeah,
Texas is only.
that's right.
Would you rather play Washington or Texas?
Wash,
Like if you just had to win the game, not for like I want to show y'all how bad we're
probably
about to lose.
Texas.
I
we
would
match
rather
up.
play.
Better
I would
with
rather
Texas.
play Texas now because they beat us this year. And Nick Saban.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think we match up
no,
better with Texas now.
Alabama's got to win for your life. Do you take Washington or Texas?
I'm probably
Washington.
I'm probably taking Texas.
I know, me too. Washington.
I think
I'm going
Washington's
Washington.
receivers
Really?
are really good.
I think they can beat Texas though. I think Texas is at that. It's tough to beat the same team twice.
Yeah, but who would you rather play, Dut? Washington or Texas?
For your life.
Texas. He's got the film on Texas.
You're right. He's
Yeah.
right. He's right.
He's got the mistakes they made
it's
against
Bama,
Texas.
baby. Bring in both of them.
Hey,
Yeah, but I
gonna beat
think I think Texas would be a better matchup. I think it would be better TV ratings.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
that's
go
what.
and tell you, Michigan is going to be a dog fight, though.
No, I disagree.
I do too.
I think they win by
disagree.
double digits.
I
I
would
think
rather
Alabama
play.
wins by double digits.
Okay.
So I would rather play Michigan than the other two teams.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
for my life, because so their quarterback ain't 100%. They just lost their best offensive lineman, and their offensive line has been the worst in the last 4 or 5 years. So if you put our defensive front against their front, that's where it's going to be the difference made, and you're going to watch. They're going to have a very hard time moving the ball against us.
Okay. Hey, crazy thing this year, if you look at the next 4 teams, they
So
are
this is when we needed a 12-team playoff this year because it was so close.
You know who
You
is going to
have
be the
Florida-
Grim Reaper of the 12 team is Lane Kiffin
Yeah.
and the Ole Miss Rebels. They are
Who are
going
they
to
playing
be
against?
the soul takers.
Yeah.
Who are they playing?
I don't know.
Oh, you're saying in the playoff.
yeah,
Yeah.
in the 12 team playoff,
You're
they
right,
get in
you're
at
right.
12.
Yeah.
You don't
They
want to play
have it.
them.
He's
Yeah.
a problem.
He's
a
going to
problem.
be. He is waiting. He is just.
He is
He
excited.
can't wait.
So the next 4 teams, you got Georgia, Florida State, Georgia,
Ohio State.
and Oregon.
Yeah.
Those 4 teams are solid.
Yeah, solid.
So
I
here's-
mean, that's solid.
But Florida State.
I mean, there's
Florida-
teams in the top 4 I would rather play than those.
Yeah.
I don't want to play Georgia again.
No,
No.
God, no.
Georgia is the top 4 team.
Oh, they are.
yeah,
We would drag.
Georgia could
Florida
be
State.
number 1.
Yep.
That's what Kirby said. He said we haven't lost a game in 3 years. We lose 1 game in the SEC championship to the number 4 ranked team now, and we're not a top 4 team.
He's right.
Yeah.
That's what you're telling me.
You know, y'all know
That's
who
what
is
you're
a
telling
good analyst for all this is Kirk Herbstreit.
Yeah.
He's the
This
best.
it's been a flawed
He
system
is
since
so-
the get-go, though.
And he is
Yeah.
like he
And they finally caught up to him.
Yep.
He graduated from Ohio State playing quarterback there,
Yep.
and he should be the biggest hater against Bama
Yeah.
at all times, or who SEC or whatever.
Mm.
And he has been saying, "At Florida State people, y'all need to shut up."
It should have been
Well,
6.
he
You're
does his
not-
job the best.
He does.
Right?
Yep.
He's not biased. Like, if Dez always trying to slide in Michigan.
There's
He is, yeah.
And just like Pollock, as you would say,
O-Lock.
Georgia.
Hey, spell your name better.
Big Georgia guy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of course he's going to hype up Georgia and that. I mean, it's hard not to be biased when you played for these people, but he's the best at it, and that's why he's the
Yeah.
best.
It should have been
The
6.
lat.
It should have been 6 to 8 teams from the beginning. It should never been 4. Should never.
I
been
agree.
You're right.
So yeah, that's
Imagine 2 though. Imagine 2.
4. Yeah.
so that's the thing. Yeah, imagine too. The thing is, you got 5 power conferences.
Yeah.
The Power 5. There shouldn't be 4.
No.
You're in that predicament right now. If you had 5 or 6,
Yeah.
you're fine.
Yeah.
You have the 5 conference champions and 1 more,
Yeah.
which would
Yeah,
be
you
Georgia.
have to make it where the champion gets to go just for a
Yeah.
reward. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. They should make it where they get a bye. They're
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
top 4, and then pick the.
But like if Louisville would have won, do they deserve?
In a round of 6, yes. I think.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
three-
in a bigger
yeah.
round because they would have won
but
that.
not around a 4.
No, around a 4 you
Or
can't do
5.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
I would say around
Name-
if you have 8, they would deserve to go. I think 8 should have been the number.
So this
With
was like the
4
perfect.
teams-
Yeah.
With 4 teams, it's not worth playing a difficult out of conference
No.
team. It's not worth it.
Nope.
Well, that's
Why would
what.
you do it?
Well, that's who said that? Kirby or
Kirby.
Nick?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Well, they always say it takes
Because
away
Nick
from
went-
the game.
because-
You know
no,
what I'm saying?
Because
the
Nick,
SEC commissioner.
because
Greg
Nick went out and
Sankey.
played. Yeah, they went and played Texas. Why play
Yeah.
Texas if they're if it doesn't mean anything? If we can play Texas Tech or whatever, a lower ranked Texas team, and beat them, then we're undefeated going into this game. What's the difference?
Yeah, I mean, it's just
win.
make them big. It's just going to make them teams. It would make you schedule. Okay, I'm going to schedule me a Kent State.
Because if
Over a big-
Alabama and
we
Georgia,
want to see the cross. We always wanted to see the cross.
Hey, go ahead and tell you, SEC is tough
Yeah.
next year.
Look at the schedule
That's
next year.
tough.
It's going to be so
They're
good.
playing.
I love
Alabama's
it.
playing Georgia in the freaking regular season, and they're playing
let's go.
Oklahoma. And
I love it.
but if
I love
Alabama and Georgia would have been undefeated going to the SEC championship game, they're both in the playoff.
you're right,
Absolutely.
they should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd have both got in over Texas. They'd have both
Yeah,
got in over
I
Florida
agree.
State.
Yeah,
You're
that's
right.
exactly.
You're right. You're right.
That's exactly right.
I hope
Perfect.
to God.
It was the best case scenario for Alabama. Get Georgia out.
Yeah.
I hope.
Kirby better stomp their rear end though.
And like
He
Jay
did.
Weeks, told me today that 3 or 4 people opted out of the Florida State game.
Yeah, they're
on
already
Florida.
losing
But
weight.
hey, guess what? They don't need to take that into consideration. Hey, these guys didn't play. Hey, guess what? They didn't care enough.
Hey,
If you're playing in a New Year's Bowl or whatever
Yeah.
against one of the best
you
teams,
should play.
you should want to go in there and prove a point.
Yeah.
You should say,
That's
hey,
my
we
thing.
deserve.
If you think you deserve to be in the top 4, go try to beat Georgia, and then you got an argument if you win.
Yeah.
But guess what?
Yeah.
They're not. They're thinking about money.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's all money.
Money.
Give me some
All right,
money.
one more. We have spent a lot of time on the news topic. One more thing. The Cowboys got a shot at the Super Bowl.
No.
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 Dak
Well,
don't
he
show
should.
up. He's right about Dak. He's right about
Look,
it.
the big
They're not
Dak
beating the
snack.
49ers.
They're not going to beat
49ers are good.
49ers.
They're with the
And this
49ers.
Did
is
y'all
the
see
thing.
that? Did y'all see the 49ers came out with the blueprint to take down Jalen Hurts? And he said, Bosa said it in an interview. How do you take down Jalen Hurts and their offense? And they have went 0-3 since then.
Yeah. So I
0-3.
just look. Dak hasn't proven himself in the games that matter. Okay, we beat Philly, but we should have beat Philly the first time we played them. But in them big games, I mean, 49ers, we can't beat them. I mean, they've beat us. We just can't beat them. And then
If they beat the 49ers, they'll have them round 1, right?
more than
No,
no,
49ers have a bye.
Second.
49ers
They'll
have
get
a
a bye. We'll play. But we'll play
If
them
they
in the
can get
second
past
round.
the 49ers, they got a shot.
Yeah, I think so.
They have to beat Philly.
I don't
They
think
can beat
the
Philly.
49ers
They can
could
beat
win
Philly,
it.
though.
Done it.
They've
I don't
already
think
beat
the
Come on,
Philly.
Nick,
49ers are
believe.
gonna win it.
You got to believe.
You got to beat the 49, and then you got to beat Miami.
No.
They're flashy.
Nah, they done.
Maybe the Ravens. They
you're gonna
done.
play
They just play 30-0.
The Chiefs are probably going to get on fire and make it.
I think the Bills are on the up and up. They
If the
found
Bills
something.
make the playoffs, they're a problem.
They're
So-
a Ole Miss. They're a Ole Miss. I'm
So
telling you.
They're
they're-
nacho.
So
Yeah,
they're
They're a nacho. Hey,
Their
Richie
defense-
got drunk.
Got drunk.
their defense. The Bills.
I'm projecting.
Bills is probably going to be the dangerous team because their defense looked good, really.
And Josh Allen is a very good quarterback
Oh,
when
he's
he
the
wants
bomb.
to be.
I
He
would
can
trade him right now for the big Dak snack. Boy, I would ship the Dak snack out overnight.
Who's your top 3 quarterback to take right now over Dak?
So right off the bat, I would go Josh Allen. By the way,
Okay. And number
Um,
He's tough, man.
I'd go
He'll
Patrick
lower
Mahomes
his
number
head.
1.
nah, I don't.
I don't like- I
him.
don't-
Yes,
I don't like Patrick Mahomes.
He's a crybaby.
I
guys.
don't
He's
like
a good
him.
quarterback.
He is a crybaby.
he
He's
is
a
a good
quarterback.
quarterback player.
When he went up to Josh Allen after that loss and said that was the worst call in history, hey, you just got beat.
But it's not the worst call in
Man
history
up
because your guy was off sides.
Exactly. And you're saying that to a quarterback that just beat you. You're saying, hey, that was the worst call. You only won because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like him. Now look, he's a winner.
'Cause-
There's no doubt. But I would take Josh Allen first. I couldn't trust Tua. Tua's too fragile.
He's tough for this year, though.
Yeah.
He's tough for
He
this
can do
year.
that jujitsu now.
Not good in fantasy.
Doing that jujitsu.
I would
You
not
know who-
take him.
You know who's not a very Joe Burrow's not a very strong. Like he's a good quarterback, but he is fragile.
He signed that big contract, got hurt.
Yeah.
I would just go. It would be Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes,
Lamar Jackson,
Tony Romo.
Tony Romo. He never won either.
Hey, did y'all say who's practicing and lifting 4 to 5 days a week right now?
Who?
Tim
Mark Ingram.
Hey, he's a gamer.
Yeah, and he tweeted today or X or whatever you call it post. I'm prepared to be taken by whoever because there's a lot of freaking Mark Ingram.
Oh, Mark Ingram.
I know
he just got to let it go.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of injuries. I'm seeing it on my fantasy. There's a lot of injured people out there.
Did you hear? I did hear. So Lamondo McClain's trying to make a comeback.
Really?
Okay.
Yes, he ain't played. He's got his suspension lifted, so now he can play. So he's been working out and stuff, trying to get back. He posted something saying he's trying to get back now. He hasn't played since 2015.
Do y'all know who can come back?
Who?
Henry Ruggs.
When's he get out of jail?
So it will be when he is 27, 28 years old.
That's sad, ain't it?
He did that, and he's going to be free by that. If I did that, I'd be in prison forever.
Yeah.
Nah, it's a manslaughter. You wouldn't be there forever.
25 years.
Well, it's just according to where you're at. I watch a lot of these shows. Some people be getting off easy.
It'd be tough.
I'm
It's
just
getting
saying,
dark real quick.
my luck, I'd get that. But
yeah, we'd all probably be under the jail. Hey, and you wouldn't live long in there.
Dustin wouldn't.
No, he would. Boy,
Dustin's softest mouth award.
Cream tonight, dog. My hands are so cold.
Is that a sexy time thing or is
no,
it actual
my hands being cold are not a
I think he's about the late night ice cream.
No, him late night ice
she
cream.
goes,
No,
I might have me some late night ice cream.
Okay.
I can't even move my hands fast. And I'm so cold.
Doing it for the people.
B9M, thank God there's only 2. Scott, I'm a notorious Grinch for Christmas. It's all the people. But my question is, what is the best Christmas movie? The correct answer is Die Hard. That is incorrect.
I love Die Hard, but I think it's Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
I would say Home Alone 2 or Christmas Vacation or Elf. Any
Home
Santa Claus.
2,
all
the Jim Carrey.
Any on the top. I watch those all day.
Yeah.
Any of those on the Legendary.
Yeah.
Yep.
So good.
Let's put them on repeat. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Russell, what are your thoughts on LIV and PJ Tour doing a Ryder Cup?
That
would be
lit.
awesome.
It would be lit.
LIV would
So
drag
JVC sent us
PGA.
a pretty good.
Live, hey,
Drag
after the
them.
Live got done with them, they all be Live lovers.
Drag.
You sent us a good like matchup, and the top 7 or so were awesome. I think
that gets you a little hard on, don't it? Thinking about it, I see you. I see that look in your eye.
It'd be good.
I know.
It'd be good.
Look at D.
Well, y'all know my stance.
Would you watch it, Dustin?
No.
You wouldn't watch it?
Yes, you would.
PGA versus
Yeah.
LIV, you wouldn't watch.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, you would.
Hey, we're doing a back nine moly Live shirt. Okay.
You know what I like about Liv is they
They
could
let
be
you
like,
live in the vida.
I mean, Phil would drag Tiger.
they were like, hey Greg, can we wear shorts? And he was like, yeah, sure, wear them tomorrow. I don't care. And then PGA, can we wear shorts? well, we have to fill out this paperwork and we have to send it in to the da da da, and we got to wait for, and then da 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 da, and then da 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 da, and then 4 years later, no, you can't wear shorts. That's what I like about LIV.
That's what I
Well,
like.
let's start at the bottom of the list I sent.
Let's go. I'm sorry,
We'll
Dave.
start at the bottom.
Okay.
Sergio versus Colin Morikawa. Who you got?
Ryder Cup style Sergio.
All right.
Yeah, Ryder Cup style Sergio. Yeah.
Him and his little frou-frou dog.
Yeah.
Sergio gonna drag him.
Patrick
Yeah.
Reed versus Andrew Schauffele.
But Colin's got 2 times the majors than Sergio.
This is Ryder Cup style, though.
He does.
I'm just
I think that
Sergio's the most decorated Ryder Cupper in history.
I'm just saying the most important tournaments every year.
All right,
I think in Ryder Cup style.
Who'd you say? Who'd you say next?
Patrick Reed versus Andrew Schauffele.
Patrick Reed in Ryder Cup
Reed.
style.
Patrick Reed.
All right, so it's 2-0 LIV right now.
You're right.
Jason Kokrak versus how do you say his name? Kokrak versus
Kokrak.
Justin Thomas.
Justin Thomas.
Well, hold on, man. He's been looking trash.
He looked better at the Hero.
But Jason Kokrak's number 48 on the 48 of LIV.
So we're 2-1. Taylor Gooch
Okay.
versus Jordan Spieth.
Jordan Spieth.
All right,
He's a dog.
2-2.
Taylor Gooch ain't been on a Ryder Cup. He's won 3 LIV events, and that's all he's won.
Well, let me tell you, I've been watching. I've been
Austin,
sick.
if we're going by record with Sergio, we're going by record with Jordan Spieth. That's my.
We didn't go by record. We just went him in that
I'm just
style.
Jordan Spieth's
all
a
I'm
dog.
saying, I've been watching a lot of. I think Spieth's win too. I'm with Spieth too, but Gucci's good. I've been watching a lot of.
But Colin
like-
Morikawa's good too.
I skipped one. Sorry. So we're 2-2.
We ain't saying none of these ain't good.
I'm just
did
saying,
he?
if y'all
Well,
going with
hey,
these, I'm
hold
going with
on.
these.
Boy,
Why-
he coming here with this defense up.
Joaquin Neiman versus Ricky
He
Fowler.
pissed off. Hey, he's throwing
Dustin's
a
got
dud.
Dustin's. This is a
is a
problem
bias.
for him.
It is. It's a problem.
All right.
But no, I picked Sergio.
You did.
I picked him.
You picked Patrick Reed.
I picked the other LIV and Patrick Reed.
Joaquin.
Yeah.
It's not a bias.
Joaquin Neiman versus Ricky Fowler.
Ricky Fowler.
Ricky.
So 3-2 PGA.
He's got the experience.
I
Aber-
mean, it's just experience. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he just had an up and up year. I think that Joaquin would probably beat him, but
Abraham Answer versus Matt Fitzpatrick.
Fitzy.
Fitzpatrick.
So 4-2 PGA. This
Probably
is
Fitzpatrick,
where
yeah.
this is where it's going to get interesting. Cam Smith versus Victor Hovland.
Victor Hovland.
Victor Hovland. He's better. Right now, he's
God.
better.
I was
Right
thinking.
now.
I'm sorry. In my head, I was thinking Cam Young.
No, Kim Smith.
Let me think about this again.
I think it's Cam
Right
Smith.
now.
Hey,
right
I
now.
still go Hey, look, y'all know Cam's my favorite,
Victor,
but
probably Victor.
Victor?
I gotta
Okay.
go Victor. I gotta go
Hovland's
Victor.
Victor's
a
a demon
dog.
right now. But Victor might be on LIV next
So
week.
it's 5-2 now PGA. DeChambeau versus Patrick Cantlay.
I want
DeChambeau.
DeChambeau to win.
But
So that's who I'm going with.
So
I
5-3.
hate Cantlay.
Dustin Johnson
Yeah.
versus Max Homa.
Dustin Johnson.
Dustin Johnson.
5-4. Brooks Koepka versus Rory.
Brooks
Rory.
Koepka.
Ooh.
Koepka.
Rory in Ryder Cup format. He'll win.
Koepka.
He's got way
Koepka.
better record. He's got way better record.
Well,
Hey,
it's just our opinion. Just our opinion. So
I'm
that's
just-
that's
Okay.
one
5-5.
more live.
So it's 5-5. 2 left. Rahm versus Scheffler.
Scheffler. All day. He'll drag his nuts in him. All
He
day.
he already
He's done
did
it
I like how
before,
mad
and he'd do
Rick
it
Dustin's
again.
getting right now. I love how
I'm just saying,
hard
if we're
I don't know
going-
why he gets so mad. Hey,
Rahm.
listen, he got so mad the other night. We were in Zaxby's drive-through about me talking about Luke Donald being good at golf. It was like, Luke Donald's trash. Luke Donald ain't never
It was
won
a
major."
little bit of drunk talk, yes.
Luke Donald used
But-
to be number 4 in the world, wasn't he?
Luke
Won
can't-
for a
Yeah,
long
won.
time.
But Phil Mickelson is a better golfer than Luke Donald. He never reached number one.
I
I
never
agree.
said that.
He just lived in different
Anyway,
worlds.
We're going Scotty or Rahm.
Anyway.
We're going Scotty or Rahm.
Scotty, all day. If we're going by
Probably
these
I
rules,
wouldn't say all day. I think this is
No,
worth
this is
talking
the
about.
this is the good one right here. So I think so.
This is Bama, Georgia. Bama, Georgia.
Yeah,
Scotty
it
is
is,
two.
and-
Scotty's 2-0 against him right now
We
already.
could
Yeah.
call it a
Maybe
half.
beat him another
Never
time.
been beat by him in Ryder Cup.
But what's Scotty's record in the Ryder Cup overall?
He's 2-0 against Rahm though. I don't know.
He's just not that good. Like he didn't do. You know what I'm saying? I
So
think he's under. I think
Scotty
he's
beat Rahm.
underperformed.
Scotty beat Rahm head to head in singles before he went on a
I
tear.
would, I would probably take Scotty.
All right, so
But
6'5"
gosh, it's
PGA,
close.
6'5"
I mean, that's a
PGA.
flip. That's a flip of a coin,
That's
right?
a flip.
It is.
That's
So
close.
But
look,
I think Rahm's temper would get him. Scotty
no.
don't have
So
the
I
temper he
think
does.
he's got a hold of his temper. This is where he loses. I'm gonna go Scotty too. This
All
is
right.
where Rahm loses.
So 1 to
Is
go.
he just got that $600 million? I think he's gonna be. I don't think you're gonna see the Rahm that we have seen. I think he's about to take it easy.
So last one.
And he
Iron,
declined.
iron don't shine. Right there. That is my point with Liv. Right, what he just said.
Phil,
Well, I'm not
They
saying
don't
that for
care.
all the players. I'm not saying that for all the players. But for
I know what
some
you're
reason,
saying,
I got
man.
that feeling. I don't know.
Iron sharpens iron, and
Phil-
they're just not going to do it.
Phil versus Tiger.
Phil and
Hold on, what?
Hey,
Phil
Phil's beat
Phil
Tiger
versus
in the
Tiger.
match. God dang, he
Phil.
beat him every time he played with Get Down Badaka, and he beat him in the
they're
I don't
both
care right
they're
now.
both not good right now. Are they playing tomorrow? Is this what this is?
Yeah, tomorrow. I'm going Phil.
Yeah. I mean, you got to take the guy with reps.
So it's 6-6.
Phil.
That puts a tie.
So it's 6-6.
Yeah.
Hey, but hold on. Think about this. What would Tiger do head to head on him? What would you think? Like
It
They
wouldn't
already
be.
done it.
He ain't gonna be easy though.
for 4 days?
No, he's not gonna be easy. Neither
For
is
4
Rahm.
days. I
It's a
think Tiger
50-50.
might
It's
get
a
to his
50.
head.
It's a 50-50 shot with Phil and Tiger. It's a 50-50
And I think
shot.
50-50
And
with
No,
Rahm.
I
And I
think it's
50-50
I think
I think
it's a
Cam Smith can beat Hovland.
60-40 but yeah.
We ended up. How about that? 6
Yeah,
and
6
6.
and 6.
Let's watch it. Put it on. It'd be better
I would
than
be
the
all
U.S.
Take my money.
and Europe.
Take my money.
I would do it. I'd watch
I
it.
would.
Dustin, you got a problem. You need to check yourself.
Hey.
There's something you need to look at.
Hey, it takes like 60.
Hey, I picked a bunch of live golfers right there.
All I'm
Because they were
saying is
better.
it takes like
No.
63 to 68 muscles to frown. Your jaw's tired. It only takes
Yeah.
13 to smile,
Hey,
buddy.
I'm just letting y'all
Richard
know.
told me that on hole
He
4
did.
today.
He did. While he's
Y'all pick-
eating
y'all-
his lunch.
Y'all pick terrorists. I pick Americans. F y'all. Just letting y'all know.
Let it
All right,
go,
guys.
buddy.
This is a 2 hour and 15-minute episode. So we are
Diverse
gonna-
city.
Listen, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Yes.
Christmas.
Go spend some time with your family. Eat way too much food. We're gonna get it back together. First of the year, we'll start practicing again. I know it's hard to swing right now. We
Let's
got big
go.
jackets on. We'll get it together first of the year. But listen, go hit some good shots. Go hit some bad shots, but always have fun. And don't forget to use your back nine mully.
B9M, baby.